Hello everyone, my name's Tony and welcome to Bite Size Bunny, a channel dedicated to giving you all the bite-sized, short, sweet, and to the point reviews for the latest games and movies. Today I'm going to be talking about Destruction All-Stars, and let's get to it. Destruction All-Stars is the latest PlayStation exclusive, and it is brought to us by Lucid Games. It was initially a PlayStation 5 launch title and got delayed into February, becoming part of the PlayStation Plus lineup, so if you have PlayStation Plus, you can grab this game for free until April 5th. For those of you that don't know, Destruction All-Stars is a vehicular combat game where players get to pick between 16 different heroes, each with their own vehicles and special abilities, and you get to battle it out online. There are 4 game modes here. You've got Mayhem, which is your typical free-for-all. In this game mode, you battle 15 other players and try to get as many points as possible by destroying vehicles and dealing damage. Then there's Gridfall, another free-for-all mode where everyone's got one life. You're trying to eliminate players and be the last man standing, but with the added twist of having to watch out where you're going because the floor is slowly falling out from underneath you. And finally, we've got Carnado and Stockpile, both being team modes that are very similar. Carnado is an 8 versus 8 mode where you and your team try to deal damage and destroy enemy vehicles to gain as much points as possible, and then you crash your car into a tornado to bank your points. And then we've got Stockpile, where you do the same thing, 2 teams of 8, destroy vehicles and eliminate players so you can pick up gears from their bodies, and then drive over to various zones to bank your points for the team. So back when this game was first announced at the PlayStation 5 reveal event last June, I was actually really excited for it and planning on getting it as one of my launch titles. And thank God that didn't happen, because I would have been extremely disappointed if I had bought this game for $70. That being said, if you have PlayStation Plus, this is an enjoyable enough game to download and try out for a bit. The gameplay feels solid, but there's nothing really special about it. While the heroes are fun in concept, I found myself mainly sticking to 3 or 4 of the characters out of the 16 All-Stars. And unlike other multiplayer games like Overwatch, where I wanted to learn as many of the characters as possible, I just genuinely didn't care of Destruction All-Stars, which is a little disappointing. This game is also really lacking in content, and it could definitely use some more maps and modes. Like I said earlier, you've only got 4 modes to pick from. And on top of that, I honestly could not tell you how many maps are in this game. They all feel the same, with some very slight differences here and there. I've put in about 8 or 9 hours into Destruction All-Stars, and it's already getting stale. I feel like I've done just about everything I've wanted to do with this game. It also does not help that the main thing it has to offer for players to keep grinding up the ranks is the ability to gain in-game currency that you can spend on pretty basic cosmetics. Most of them are just color swaps on the outfits and vehicles, and that's just not enough to get me hooked onto the multiplayer. There's also a challenge mode, and that's pretty fun. It gives players a little bit of story behind the characters while letting you play some really enjoyable and somewhat creative challenges. But then it goes to throw all of that intrigue and fun out the way by blocking the other challenges behind a paywall. Yep, you heard that right. You load it up and get to pick the first one for free, and then that's that. So I don't know what they've got planned with that one, and if they'll update it with more free challenges down the road, or if they genuinely expect you to pay the low price of $5 for each set of challenges. Since you can't buy the 200 currency, you can only buy the 500. And yeah, I'm not paying for that shit. It's kind of ridiculous, and I really hope that that's not the route they choose to lean into down the road. It's honestly just disappointing. This game does have some charm, and I really wish I could say I love it, but I don't. There's a really solid foundation here for something that could be really good, but instead we got something that's just fine. It's the perfect throw it on and play a few rounds here and there game, but I will probably have it deleted off my console after I post this video. I'm genuinely curious to see how this game does, because I see it going one of 2 ways. The first being the community sticks with it and they just keep adding on to the game, making it better over time, or I just see this game dying out in a month or so, which I really hope isn't the case, but it's just not a great game. Destruction All-Stars is a 5 out of 10. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. What were your thoughts on Destruction All-Stars? Post a comment down below. I would love to hear your thoughts on it. And in the meantime, I hope you have a great day, and see ya.